Hello, welcome to another little video. I was out with friends. Where's my camera? I was out with friends just the other day, and not video related. I was taking pictures of bluebells because it's the season. And my friend said to me, "Have you done a video yet where you compare a digital camera, DSLR, with an iPhone?" And I thought, you know what? I haven't. I've not even done that video. Now, I used my iPhone for years. I bought my first DSLR back in 2010, and it was a Nikon D3100, D3100. But then iPhones were just, for me, becoming the rage, and I was taking lots of pictures with my iPhone. And for what it was worth, it was just giving me fabulous pictures. But then I got to the lockdown, and as many of us did, we took up hobbies that didn't require us to go out. And that's when I found all the videos, Thomas Heaton, Nigel Danson, Mads Peter Iversen, and Henry Turner. Henry Turner, you've got to check him out. If you do photography, check his channel out. There's quite a lot of photography channels out there, and getting tips from these guys and girls, one in Scotland as well, Kim someone or other, forget her name now. Drop me a comment, you'll know who it is. And they give you all the insight into how to use the camera. You're in landscape, you're doing aperture priority, you're doing motorsport, moving objects, you're doing shutter priority. You can set it on program mode so that all you're doing is adjusting the exposure compensation. I watched a video this morning with Henry Turner, and he's saying why you should use aperture priority if you're doing landscape photography. And kind of there's no argument. You get your excellent depth of field with f11, let the camera do everything else. Anyway, today's video is going to be about a little challenge. iPhone or DSLR? What takes the better picture? I kind of know it's this, but the convenience of this is just quite amazing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set myself a 3-photo challenge just with each of these. They'll take the same photograph, hopefully at the same focal length. Now, this takes photos in a 3:2 ratio. I'll put the little yellow grid here. This by default takes 4:3 ratio, but I can adjust this to 16:9. So as you can see, if I overlay all three of those, you can see kind of the difference. And if I want a 16:9 ratio with this, then I've got to make sure when I do my composition that the subject is within the realms of the 16:9, and then I can chop the top and the bottom, the sides, whatever's required. So we're going to go out, we're going to find 3 subjects. I'll probably jump in the car, shoot around, DJI on the tripod, and me just taking pictures. Let's see how we get on. Okay, so the first shot I'm going to take, my favourite windmill. It's only around the corner from where I live, so it's really good. So I'm going to take one shot with the DSLR on aperture priority, set it to f11, great for landscape. I've got auto ISO on, but it's going to give me 100, and it's saying the speed should be 125th of a second, just so that you can see what I've got. That's the shot I'm going to line up. Do I put I'm going to take it from this angle. Let's have you looking at me now. So I'm put the live view on the camera. That's the shot I'm going to take. I've got the path going up, as you can see, and the windmill, which I'll set in the left-hand third. Let's zoom it in a little, lock the focus, take the picture. Now that's set at, and I will check this, 42mm. In order to get exactly the same frame with my camera on here at 4.3, what I'll do, there's the live view from the camera. So what I need to do is zoom in to get exactly that same frame See, the video camera on the phone really does it justice. So let's take the shot, zoom it in at 1.5 because that's where I had it. So there's two shots, and then what I will do is change the aspect ratio to 16:9. That's nice. So there we go, we've got a 16:9 on the iPhone, a 4.3 on the iPhone, and a 3.2 ratio on the DSLR. The only downfall with the iPhone is that as I zoom in, I lose image quality because it's digital focusing. Right, let's drive on. You can have a look at these pictures and I'll find another location. Now, of course, photography is all about composition. So I look down this lane and it's an avenue of trees and I think, oh yeah, that's a great shot. Obviously, I could spend a lot of time working out what's the best position, where do I get the best composition, is it from this side with the trees rolling over? But for the purposes of this exercise, you know, what's going to take the best photograph? Well, I know this is good. Let's not say what's going to take the best photograph. Let's say, how do they compare? Oh, I've got a car coming. I might leave that one here while I do the shots. So I've already got some streams of light coming through, and that's really lovely. Now, what was I thinking just as I was driving here? It has its limitations. You know, you're going to go out with the family for a walk. You're not always taking your camera with you, although I do. But this is perfect. You know, you're going to take, oh, that's a great shot. You know, you're doing your camera. Unless you put it in auto mode, you're always going to be, oh, I've just got to change the aperture here. I've just got to, you know, change the speed. What's my focal length? Have I got any blur? So I think if you're taking a photograph using your DSLR, you're purposefully going out to take photographs. You know that you're going to work on what lens am I going to use, what speed am I going to use. If you're just out and about, you're, you know, just using your phone and you do it. You know, you're just going out somewhere and you, oh, that's a great shot. And you point the camera at this log and you take a shot. See, I just took it. You know, don't even think. And the phone does everything automatically. It really is what you see, what is what you get. You know, if I put the video on just for there, you see that log with the tree, and it's really quite atmospheric. And I touch the screen, autofocus is locked, you know, and I can take that shot. You know, the phone doesn't do a bad photograph, to be quite honest. And there's the sun coming through. See, I like that shot, and that's at 140mm, and I can get some nice shot. Aperture priority, f11, 1/25 of a second. Setting the ISO at 2200 though. So there's the shot. I'm going to do this. I'm going to push it to 140, and we'll see when I do the iPhone shot how pixelated it is, because that's the one thing. I've got an optical lens and I can do the zooming without losing the picture. See, I'm using f11. Let's pull it back a little bit. So that's at 105mm. In order to get the same shot on the phone, that's the max zoom I can get in. That's the video. So I'm going to have to max zoom. Am I using the right terminology here? I'm going to have to zoom in. Yeah, see, I see the difference on the screen already. That's the same shot with the iPhone. And what it's showing to me is that, yes, I can zoom in, but I lose the quality. So this is really good for, you know, let's just take a shot at the widest angle. When you saw it with the log at the back there. Can I do that with that log? There's the sun. Bish bash bosh. There's the same shot. I'm at 18mm on the camera, f13, and then the photo on here. Can I get the properties up on this? I wonder if it'll give me the properties information. 26mm. It was at wide angle 26. That one was at 18mm. Yeah, that's good. That, can you see it? Does it show it? I don't know if it'll focus. Give you that criteria. Might do a screen capture of that and display it on here. In fact, I will. Screen capture. Boop. That's done. Wide camera, 26mm, f1.8, 12 megapixels. 7.5 meg. Interesting. Let's find one more shot. Right, I'm going to wrap the video up in a minute. I'm going to go over there and just look at the trees. But I've just thought, you know, let's compare the two in terms of macro quickly. So what I've got here, I've got just the sun is shining down on these leaves for this tree. So it's all dependent on the lens you're using, right? So I've got my 18 to 150. 140. If I zoom in, I've now got to pull back so I can't get the focus. So I'll take the same shot twice, one with the SLR just on the leaf, see how focused we can get it. That's pretty. And then the same leaf with the phone. I wonder how close I can get to this with the phone. Let's put the video on for you. It's that same leaf, which is that one. Oh, look how close I can get, because of course it's doing really wide photo. So maybe this is where the phone comes into its own. As I can zoom right in here. And as I say, it's all about the lens, isn't it, that you use. So maybe I'm going to be using my phone for close-up work. So I get a different green. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Can you just stand still for a minute, wind? I'm going to capture it. Now, you know what? The mobile phone doesn't do too badly for close-up work. If I had a macro lens or a what do you call it? A wide-angle lens, 10 to 24. Something like that. That's where I'm going, to the trees. If I had a 10 to 24, then I could probably get closer. So I'm restricted in that respect by the lens that I've got on. Whereas the phone, you know, carry it in your pocket, whip it out, take a picture. Right, let's get to these trees. It's this tree. Beautiful, beautiful tree. I'm just waiting for this cloud to break. There's going to be some sunshine on it in a minute. So I'm not disrespecting the phone for its camera technology, because it is really brilliant and it can only get better. And this is an iPhone 11. I think iPhone are already on 13 Pros, whatever they may be. Here comes the sun now. Get a nice wash. I've never used an Android, so I can't compare an Android to this, but if you know and you use it, sometimes you see a picture, yeah, I took that with my phone. And people are like, are you serious? So they do take good pictures. I suppose, would a professional use his phone to take a picture? I think we always think that is professional, that is amateur. If you know, I'd love to know if there's a professional photographer that takes snaps with both and sells their photos from using it on the phone. So what do I want to do here? Let's have a look. Let's get the live view going. It's nice, isn't it? Just a countryside shot. Bearing in mind that the video chops off I think the video's in 16:9, whereas the photograph is in 3:2. So I'll take that off. Let's just size it up. Oh, that's very nice. I'm putting it smack bang in the middle We've got the tiny tree in the background, lots of English green. How green is my valley countryside. Here comes the sun, waiting, waiting, waiting. That's nice, and I get a nice wash of light on the trunk. And then just for completeness, there's the video from the iPhone. That's zooming out at 0.7 compared to, 1:1. 0.7. And that will make that. I can see what the phone is already doing. It's giving me these lovely hues and the blues. Yeah, that's good. Right, turn that off. Video, photo, straight in at 4.3. Bit of sun coming, here it comes. And then also take the shot at 16.9, 16 to 9. Have to zoom out at, again, 0.7. I'm not going to get a shot with the sun. Awful. I'll just have to take it as is. So there's the exercise. I think what I've proven to myself is that I'm not going to disrespect the iPhone or any mobile phone for its photography capabilities. It certainly does a good job. I will stick to my SLR. I may even, in time replace the old Nikon D3200 and upgrade, perhaps get one of the Z series. Seem to be all the rage, don't they? And the thing is, and I've said this in another video, if you're an advocate of one brand, you probably stick with it. If you like your Sony or your Fuji, your Canon. But this is my second Nikon, so I'm definitely going to get a third. But I'll stick to it. And for the sake of my channel, it's a channel about digital photography using an SLR or digital SLR, not an iPhone. I could do a video channel how to use your iPhone. Anyway, that was it. Compare the iPhone to the DSLR. How do they stack up? Thank you for watching and bearing with, and I will see you in another video. I've got another one planned, actually, and I'm going out this afternoon to film another one. 2 videos in one day. How astonishing. Bye for now.